What is a dangerous dog? What does it mean to classify a dog as dangerous? Human beings can be dangerous, but in human terms, we call it crimes of passion. That's when a person is so angry, so scared, so whatever have you, they can actually kill somebody and not realize they did it. There's a lot of people in prison right now, guilty of murder, but they don't realize they did it. They're still trying to figure out what happened. Dogs are the same way. When I walk into a backyard, I am a negative reinforcement. That's reality. And it's negative reinforcements that shape behavior to fight and flight. So when I walk in the backyard, guess what? Dog is in fight and flight mode. They're barking, they're running around, they're trying to avoid whatever have you. Now, understand something. The fight and flight response is all because of cortisol and adrenaline. This is what causes fight and flight. This is the reason why your dog's showing aggression and reactivity. It's because of a hormonal response to something in the environment. And that something is me. Now, you take a dog that's amped up on fight or flight, like when I work with Bear. Bear I would classify as a dangerous dog in that instance. What is dangerous? When those cortisol levels are so far up that the dog's eyes are going bloodshot, that's when you're dealing with a dangerous dog. Cortisol is going to increase the blood pressure, and when the blood pressure goes up, the eyes become bloodshot. And at that point, everything's primal. All bets are off, and anything's going to happen. But if you run away in that moment, this is where it takes balls to work with dogs, and that's what trainers don't have, okay? Because the dog is in full control. When dogs get to the point where their eyes are bloodshot, that's when I've been bitten. And that's when your dangerous dog comes in. Because they can't control it. It's all total primal. There's no thought process involved. There's no nothing. So when your dog, and I can guarantee there's a whole lot of people going, that makes sense. So when your dog is going fight or flight, they're having a cortisol and a adrenaline response. Why? Because your limbic system in your brain, limbic area of your brain, is your control center for all of your emotions. And your emotions are also your instincts. And it's your instincts that drive your behaviors. There's nothing to do with the mind here. Psychology is just studying the mind and behavior. And your mind has no play in your behavior. It's all controlled by the limbic system. So when the brain detects the emotion of fear, anxiety, anger, or whatever have you, it starts sending a signal to your adrenal glands to start producing cortisol and adrenaline. That's reality. When those levels start going up, you go into they put you on the precipice of fight or flight or full bore fight or flight. Okay? And if those cortisol levels keep going up, and that fear keeps ramping up and ramping up and ramping up, as an animal that you are, as a human animal, you are capable of doing things that aren't good. And you don't even realize you're doing it. Because you're not in control of your behaviors. Again, your mind has no play in your behaviors at all. It's all animal behavior. Anybody who calls himself a dog behaviorist, you're full of shit. It's animal behavior. Skinner was a human psychologist, but he was an animal behaviorist. And he understood that human beings are animals. But again, he talks about methodological behaviorism, and the fact that you're not allowed to compare dog behavior with human behavior, because it's not convenient. It's not a moneymaker. So what is a dangerous dog? It's a dog that's in extreme fight or flight, to the point where the cortisol is ramping up the blood pressure, eyes are getting bloodshot. That's your dangerous dog. But guess what? I want to see that dog in a calm state. How is that dog when they're calm? They're not dangerous, are they? Every dog owner out there, no exceptions. All you want is an overall calm dog. But you're doing everything. You're being told to do everything against that. You're told to mentally stimulate the dog when the dog needs mental exercise. Okay? You're told to provide toys and tools and everything else inside the house. Inside the house, you be calm. If your dog is running around amped up all the time and if people are walking in, your dog's trying to eat them, there's a reason for it, because inside the house should be calm. You want to play with a toy, get in the backyard, go outside and play. Inside the house should be calm. People are talking about dangerous dogs and you have no idea what it is. We need to think differently, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.